The Office of the Auditor General has looked at the practice of contracting for professional and advisory services in the Government of BC. This presentation will highlight our findings and conclusions. As the nonpartisan independent auditor of the Legislative Assembly, the Auditor General audits the government reporting entity. This consists of ministries, crown corporations, and other government organizations such as universities, colleges, school districts, health authorities, and similar organizations that are controlled by or accountable to the provincial government. The Office of the Auditor General serves the people of British Columbia and their elected representatives by conducting independent audits and advising on how well government is managing its responsibilities and resources. Under the Auditor General Act, the Auditor General conducts and reports on both financial audits and performance, or value for money, audits. The contracting of goods and services helps government to achieve its objectives. Over $6 billion worth of goods and services are bought by government each year through a process known as procurement. Of this $6 billion, more than $560 million is spent on professional and advisory services, such as strategic advice, engineering design, and technical studies. These services are critical to government achieving its objectives. Government buys these services because it does not always have enough employees with the necessary skills to perform the work in-house. This is especially true when the need for these services is short-term or specialized. The purpose of this audit was to determine whether government is receiving value for money from the procurement of professional and advisory services. We did this by assessing a sample of procurement files to determine whether the procurement processes that were followed were competitive, fair, and cost-effective. We also examined whether decisions to contract for professional services resulted in government receiving the right services on time and at the contracted price. We examined 40 contract files, 10 each from the Ministries of Advanced Education, Energy and Mines, Technology, Innovation and Citizen Services, and Transportation and Infrastructure. Overall, we concluded that in the 40 contracts we reviewed, services were procured in a manner that was mostly competitive, fair, and cost-effective. We also concluded that the ministries received the services as defined in the contracts on time and at the negotiated price. However, the ministries could do more to ensure that they receive value for money from awarded contracts, because fair competitive procurement that achieves the desired results is in everyone's best interests, including government, the vendor community, and taxpayers. For example, in several cases, contracts were directly awarded or awarded without a competition, which is acceptable in certain situations. However, adequate rationale for why the contracts were awarded directly was not provided. As well, the need to procure the services in the first place was not always clear. More importantly, though, we found that there was a lack of consistency in how the ministries identified what they were trying to achieve with the contract at the outset and whether they achieved it at the end. As a result, in some instances, the ministries put themselves at risk of not receiving value for money from their decisions to contract for services. As a result of these conclusions, we made 6 recommendations to the ministries we audited. We also made 1 recommendation to the Office of the Comptroller General. These recommendations are aimed at ensuring the best possible value for taxpayer money. We recommend that the Ministries of Advanced Education, Energy and Mines, Technology, Innovation and Citizen Services ensure their approach to procurement is designed to assess whether procuring services is necessary by clearly comparing the cost of procurement with the cost of other options and, where required, completing a business case analysis. We recommend that all 4 of the ministries we audited ensure that their approach to procurement is designed to compete every opportunity to the extent appropriate by matching the solicitation strategy to the value of the opportunity, avoiding preferential treatment, and providing adequate time for interested vendors to respond to solicitations. We recommended as well complete and documented evaluations of vendor performance to assist in future procurement decisions. We recommend that the Office of the Comptroller General work with ministries to develop and implement a fair and transparent process for considering past vendor performance when making new procurement decisions. We recommend that all 4 of the ministries we audited ensure that their approach to procurement is designed to assess vendor performance against all contract requirements as the work progresses. As well, to achieve the intended purpose for each contract by identifying outcomes sought and evaluating whether these outcomes were realized. This concludes our summary of this report. To read this report and our other publications, or for more information about our office, please visit our website at www.bcauditor.com. The Office of the Auditor General encourages your feedback on this report, as well as your suggestions for further audits. We look forward to hearing from you.